LaVar, what is your reaction to that from Aaron Rodgers, which you just heard?
I think he's correct. I mean, why look at it being any differently? Some of these people in media are there just for getting clicks, to become celebrities, to become influencers, to get on multiple networks. I mean, I don't think he's inaccurate. He certainly isn't talking about any of us. Did any of you guys go to the Met Gala? I didn't go to the Met Gala. So, I mean, he clearly was taking direct shots at you. You didn't go, Wilds? You didn't go? You didn't go,
I
did
did
you?
go.
You didn't go?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did go?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, well, then he's talking about you
so
then.
It was about
I take
Wilds.
it back.
It was about
It's
Wilds.
about Wilds and a few other people. But listen, I would never need to use another player. You know, I'm a former player, but I never would, as media, would feel like I need to use them to become popular or become a celebrity or to get a promotion of some sort. So to me, I think he's just kind of putting things in a proper perspective with people that maybe he doesn't have a healthy respect for, that have been diminishing and talking about him in a way where they don't, you know, he's not flattered by it, or they're not speaking flattering things of him. So, I mean, I think he's firing back. I think he's comfortable. I love Pat McAfee's expressions and his reactions to what Aaron Rodgers uses or says during the segments. But again, I mean, I don't have a problem with what he said.
Aaron, it was misguided. It wasn't the media coming at you the hardest. It was ex-players and coaches in the media. Michael Irvin said that Aaron Rodgers was a virus in the locker room. All right, Jermichael Finley, your former teammate, said you didn't have the same work ethic you used to have. I watched on CBS as Nate Burleson, Phil Simms, Bill Cowher, and Boomer Esiason said you were selfish, said that you were making it all about yourself, said you didn't look like you cared. They are the ones that went at you the hardest. He went for the low fruit. Aaron went for the low fruit, the low-hanging fruit. It's easy to pick on the media guys who didn't play. And I think he was talking about the reporters that didn't play football, because he said you want to be a celebrity. Athletes tend to be celebrities anyway. He said you want to get a blue check on your Twitter account. Athletes tend to have the blue check anyway. So my thing about Aaron is your rant was misdirected. And I think it was purposely misdirected because you didn't want to go at the ex-athletes, so you chose to go at the media. And then at the end, with Tom Fanning, you didn't even see it. You said Tom Fanning told you about everything. So you're doing just what you accused the media of doing, right? You don't even know what you're talking about necessarily, but Tom told you a little bit, so you're commenting. That's what you accuse the media of doing, Nick.
Okay, so listen, I'm not really interested in a, high level media in 2021 discussion. I actually am interested in it, but not right now. Do I think there's actually a problem with all of a sudden everyone thinking they're a brand and all of, yeah, I do. Do I think social media has polluted all of our brains in a way scientists will study for decades? I do. But let's drill down on what Aaron's talking about. Because I have been one of Aaron's biggest defenders over the years. But Aaron has to take accountability in this regard. Folks were not just randomly saying, I wonder if he might retire. He told us he was 50-50. So you can't get it like both ways. And this is where, Wilds, when people are mean to me on the internet, it doesn't really bother me because I put myself out there. I say things that I know is going to engender some anger. If people are mean to you or Jenna in the comments, it irritates me because I'm like, there's nice to almost everyone. Wilds is always nice. Jenna's always
nice.
LaVar, you can be spicy. Broussard's more on my corner. We kind of actually, you know what? It's in a perfect line of most hateable to least hateable on the show. It's a direct line. So, like, Rodgers can't be as honest and transparent in the press conferences that he was, Wilds, and then act like people aren't going to then use that information and judge accordingly. So So I think he did some of this to himself. I'm sure it's tiring to be that level of famous and have people talking about some of the unfair stuff, like his relationships with his family and stuff. But how committed is he? You said you might retire. So it is a fair question how committed you are. I don't think that's out of bounds at all.
Yeah. So really quick about the people attacking you on social media and why you shouldn't be upset. You should not be upset at all, Nick, mostly because, and I admit it, several of those accounts are just my burner accounts. So I'm sorry, it seems like a lot, but a lot of it is just my stuff. So it's not the cavalcade that you think
The
it
other
is.
half are mine.
Broussard, I want to throw it to you for this question. Do you feel like there is something about Aaron Rodgers' sort of gripe that we haven't given him enough credit to have a bad game? That he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. And if, like, we were in any other profession, if you were, like, you know, a painter, and like, that Monet doesn't have it anymore. He used to have it, doesn't have it anymore. I don't know if he wants to paint. He's just like, no, look, I had a bad painting. That's it. That he's one of the best at all times, but the margin of error is so small that can be frustrating for him.
No, look, I think had he not had the offseason that he had, right, contemplating retirement, demanding a trade, then I don't think that game would have been nearly as big of a deal as it became. That's what most people were saying. You can't come off of that type of offseason and you don't work out with your teammates and then play like that. Or if that game happens in week 7 after he's been great for 5 of the first 6 weeks, it's not a big deal. You blow it off. Yeah, he just had a bad game. But the timing of the debacle, if you will, that's what made it so bad.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.